Welcome to Nature Notes. My name is Travis, and today I'm going to be talking with all of you about a traveler that we have that comes here every year to Wisconsin. And not only do they come to Wisconsin, but they come specifically for the Wisconsin winters. And of course I'm talking about none other than the Mourning Dove. Now some of you may be very confused, thinking that I have seen the Mourning Dove before here in Wisconsin during the warmer months like summer and spring. And there's a good reason for this. And this is because there are two groups of mourning doves. The first group actually lives and breeds here in Wisconsin during the warmer times of the year. And then once it gets colder into winter, then they will actually migrate to the southern United States. The second group is actually mourning doves from Canada, our good neighbors from the north. And when it's fall, they will actually migrate here to some of the northern states, like Wisconsin, and they'll actually stay here all winter long. So they're one of the only few birds that will actually come and stay here in Wisconsin during our winters. And for those of you who have never heard a mourning dove, reason why the mourning dove is called the mourning dove is because of their calls that they make. Some people think that it sounds like they're mourning, and other people think that it kind of sounds very similar to a great horned owl. And I actually have a voice of the mourning dove to play. So that is the call of the mourning dove, and sometimes, I think sometimes people sound like that when they're mourning. I don't think I do. But moving on. So how you can identify the mourning dove is I got a picture right here of one. And so I'm going to go over some of the characteristics of the mourning dove. When you look at it, it has a plump body in the picture. You can also see that it has very short legs, because you can barely even see it on the picture here. Also, if you look at its head, you can see that it's really quite small compared to the rest of its body. And the really unique feature that separates this dove from other kinds of doves here in North America is its long, pointy tail. It's very unique because no other dove here in North America has a tail quite like it. And some other things to keep in mind too of the mourning dove is also looking at the colors. So mourning doves are usually brown to a kind of brown tannish color. And you can also see the black spots that are usually on the wings of the mourning dove, along with a very light blue eye ring that you can see right around the eye. And if you go to my other picture here, you can actually see some of the colors more of the underside and how it looks like when it's flying. And so the wings will actually be more of a white color. And if we look at its tail, you can see that the colors of the underside of the tail are still white. However, they have the black kind of rim outline to the tail. And so that's how you can tell that it is a mourning dove. Also, when we're looking at the mourning dove, we want to talk about how it flies. And the structure of the mourning dove, with having big wings and that long skinny tail, really allows it to be able to fly very fast and also be very maneuverable in the air. And so the big wings can help it with getting some good lift off the ground or even descending from trees. And the long skinny tail really helps it with maneuvering so that it can dodge things like tree branches and avoid predation as well. And so the question might come to, where can I find a mourning dove here in Wisconsin? And I will gladly tell you. So where mourning doves like to live is they like to live usually in more open spaces. It's very similar to a picture like this one here. So they kind of like more open fields with some trees inside it. Another place they can be found too is actually along the edges of woods. Very much in the picture like this. So this is another spot where mourning doves can be found. And the reason why they like these areas is because they're usually next to places like prairies or fields or even agricultural areas where we grow our food. And this is very important to the mourning dove because it's right next to their favorite food sources. And if you can't guess what their favorite food source is, I brought it in to show all of you. It's this. They love seeds. You know, it makes about 99% of their diet for the seeds. And they like seeds of all different kinds, such as cultivated seeds, like you might see wheat or rices. They also like wild grasses, so seeds from different kinds of wild grasses or even weeds that we could find out in nature. Even herbs too, just like how we like herbs on our food, they will actually eat seeds of herb plants as well. And believe it or not, they'll even eat peanuts. So they like peanuts just like we do. And a kind of odd one, but you know, 'cause remember I said they like 99% is seeds. The 1% is sometimes snails. And this is usually very rare. They don't eat snails often, but when they can't find seeds, they'll actually eat the snail, as we can see here. The final point I'd like to talk to you about with the mourning dove is that in Wisconsin, the symbol for peace is actually the mourning dove itself. And so I think a way that we can be warm, peaceful, and inviteful to our winter travelers is to actually leave out some bird seeds this winter so that they can survive. Even though it's not as severe as Canadian weather, it's still pretty cold winters here in Wisconsin, so giving them food can really help them survive. And also, on behalf of Schmeeckle, I would like to say that I'd like all of our visitors to have a very happy and peaceful holiday season. Thank you.